Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Julian Araujo as newly promoted side Las Palmas are interested in the Barca young star, but the player is fully focused on pre-season for now. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report, not Langley, sorry. Barca are working on departures of three players right now, according to Gerard Romero. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Julian Araujo has been at Barcelona for around 6 months but has been unable to make his debut for the club. The Mexican signed for the Catalans in the January window from LA Galaxy, but his signing was not ratified by FIFA due to delays in filing paperwork from the club. As such, he was unable to play for the Blaugrana and spent the past 6 months alternating training between the first team and the Barca Athletic squad. Currently going through the pre-season training with the senior team, there have been question marks over Araujo's immediate future at Barcelona due to the club planning to sign a new right back and his lack of experience in Europe. Earlier this week, reports suggested that Araujo is set to leave Barcelona on loan and sign for Las Palmas for the 2023-24 season. But according to a fresh report from journalist Ashraf Ben Ayed, even though the interest from Las Palmas is true and valid, the 21-year-old right back is currently fully focused on doing the pre-season with Barcelona and not thinking of an exit. As mentioned earlier, the Blaugrana are working to sign a new right back and they have been linked with names such as João Cancelo, Ivan Fresneda and Pablo Maffeo. Meanwhile, the possibility of Sergio Dest staying put at the club beyond the summer is not off the table either. As such, Araujo could find it so difficult to get minutes at Barca, which would be far from ideal for him to continue developing. Despite that though, the player is currently focused on working on pre-season preparations and not thinking about anything else, despite the interest from Las Palmas. The 21-year-old is reportedly hoping to convince manager Xavi during the coming weeks and earn a spot in the team. So, it remains to be seen how things progress as far as Araujo and his future is concerned. Of course, Julian Araujo has been a player that has been mentioned quite a good number of times in recent transfer rumors for FC Barcelona. And I think it's quite harsh for me personally that this guy who just came in the January window, of course, he came very late and FIFA said the transfer was not valid. Paperwork came in late. So the player was left stranded. He was just training. He never played no official matches. He was doing the training with the Barca Athletic side, alternating between Barca Athletic and the senior team training. And of course, with new season set to kickstart in August, Julian Araujo might start playing again. And of course, rumors these days have been saying that Barca want to sell him. They want to sell him. And I don't care about the excuses saying that because he doesn't have experience. He has zero experience in Europe. But why was the reason why they signed him in the first place? To come to Europe and start getting the experience. And of course, Barca's idea mainly, as what I heard, was, of course, to put him to start with the B team, or the reserve, as they call it now. But it seems as though Barca don't even have that idea in their head. They just want to sell him outright. They just want to sell him to go permanently, which I think it's kind of harsh that you sign somebody and no debut for the player and you just want to sell him. I think it makes no sense, right? Of course, he's a right back and he haven't been given any second or any minute of game time so far. We're in the break. Let's see what happens because Las Palmas, Granada have been showing interest in the player, and Barca, because of their hungry for money, Barca now are the most hungrier, in fact, the most hungrier club for money in the world because the financial fair play is crippling our necks. which is quite understandable that the need for cash is like digging for gold. Right now, Barca are begging for money. They are looking for every way to have the money. It's not easy because player sales have been very slow, which is very disappointing. That some players they don't understand the situation, and it's making life so difficult for Barca. So for Julian Araujo, his future is still uncertain. Las Palmas are showing interest, but the player is fully focused now on pre-season with the club. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, for a club in financial jeopardy, management of transfers becomes so crucial. It is impossible to go through windows without signing new players in today's fast-moving world of football. However, a balance must be struck by facilitating adequate player sales. Laporta formulated a good plan for Barca heading into this summer window. The president hoped to do away with lesser used players like Ferran, Eric, Frankie Sie, while bringing in new stars on free. In an ideal scenario, the plan would have worked out so well for the club with a net inflow of funds but a balanced wage roster. Yet, the implementation has simply let them down. 2 weeks into the window, Barca are yet to complete a single sale. They have already signed Gundogan, Inigo, and find themselves in a state where they cannot even incorporate Vitor Roque. They cannot register him because of what? Financial reasons. According to reports from Romero, Barca are working on 3 departures now. Pablo Torre and Lenglet are on the aforementioned list, but there is no insight into the name of the third player. Torre has found minutes so difficult to come. Xavi Hernandez having abundance of talent now in his disposal. The arrival of Gundogan and possibly Oriol Romero does not help Pablo Torre's case. Real Betis, Villarreal, Celta Vigo, Sociedad all interested in acquiring Pablo Torre, and a loan move also appears very likely. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.